As a manager, how can I prepare my PRDAR for my team members? Once your team member completed the form and sent it to you, you can access it through To Do, Preparation, and you click on the name of your team member. You will have to fill in some parts of the documents. For example, you're the one who have to fill in the interview date. Then you will be able to put your own comments on the parts which are yours, as for example, manager comments for highlights and appraisal, management comments for security, focus, and you can then evaluate the objective. You can see that, for example, your team member said that he rated his objective to 100%. You will be able to define your own evaluation of this objective. Maybe I do agree with this one, maybe I do not agree on this one, and this is my evaluation. To calculate the global amount for the objective, I just need to click on Save so that the objective will be calculated. If I do not agree with the annual appraisal of my team member, I can change the global overall performance of the year. If I want to add a development action he has done during the year, I can add some elements regarding development action that we put it in place in the year. And then I will have to evaluate the effectiveness of these actions. As for example, commercial, I added that we had coaching on commercial and that it was partially effective because it lacked practices, and we will do something probably next year. You really have to evaluate all the values that if you don't, the form will not be registered or will not be confirmed. So you will have to assess all the parts linked to values. Then you can add specific business competencies, skills on business. And if your team member is manager, then you will have to evaluate the 4 domain of competencies. If he's not, you will have to put not evaluable. If not, the form cannot be validated too. If you need to have more detail on the management skills, then you can click on this link and it will show you the grid of evaluation for management. You can rely on what your team member proposes as objective. Like for example, J.J. Abrams had these 2 objectives. I can modify them with this button, or I think this is better to say that. Don't forget to save changes. And you can also simply delete if you do not agree. At the end of the documents, there is a part linked to professional project. It has to be completed only with the discussion with your team member. Once you've prepared it, you will have the interview. And when the interview is done, then we advise you to click on next step finalization, which is the second step of the collaborative process of annual appraisal. Have interesting interview.